last question is, what do you think, in your professional social psychologist opinion, the biggest positive and negative impacts of having a sibling would be?
Oh gosh.
A broad question.
I mean, I think they can just really enrich your life. They have different interests, they have different talents, and then they eventually might have their own families. So then you have these other people that are close to you in your life, your nieces, nephews, cousins, and I think family, that's so important. It really enriches your life. And like I mentioned, I think sharing the burden of aging parents and family issues is really helpful. I can't imagine having to take that on my own. The worst parts, I mean, as I watch my girls, they bicker and they fight and they compete, but they're young. So I'm hoping that that won't be an issue. See, my dad had two brothers, my mom has a brother. And I mean, so you could see some of the negative family dynamics of competition and fighting over things like resources and finances. But I think those are definitely not as influential as the good things that you get out of it.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself an independent person?
Yes.
Now? And does that have to do with being an only child, do you think?
I think so. I'm very, very comfortable doing 99% of things completely by myself.
Yeah.
And don't always enjoy doing them with other people.
Did you have an imaginary friend or anything like that growing up as a child?
I think so. I didn't necessarily have like one that was like
Go-to.
Yeah, but I guess I had imaginary siblings when I was really little. But that was just sort of my own wanting siblings at the time.
Yeah. And then we've kind of touched on this, but how has being an only child influenced your relationship with those around you? Maybe your friends or peers your own age?
I think I'm not as good talking to people my own age. I think that's a skill I've had to learn, whereas I'm very comfortable talking with adults.
Yeah.
And that doesn't bother me at all because I was around adults a lot growing up.
He's sort of responsible